We'll celebrate 50 years for food and family at Angelos.
We'll preview Main Stage Irving Las Colinas' production of Kind Lady.
And we'll have the scoop on Allied Marketing's latest project.
All this and more coming up About Town.
Hello everyone, and welcome to About Town. I'm Brian Pitts.
And I'm Kathy Whiteman, and look who is back in the co-host chair. Welcome back, Mr. Pitts. And I know you've been very busy lately. What's been taking up your time?
Well, I've been working on several big projects. I worked with Edmentum, who do online videos for children, educational videos. So that's been a lot of fun. Yeah. I also had a chance to work with Regina King and Andre Benjamin on American Crime on ABC.
Oh, gee, that's no small thing.
You know, that was a lot of fun. They filmed out in Austin, so I got to take a lot of trips to Austin, which was a lot of fun. Yeah. And working with crew like ABC and the staff and everyone was just gracious. It was a tremendous opportunity, so I'm very thankful for that.
Well, I am glad that you have time to come and sit beside me and let the community know what's going on. So we're thrilled to have you back, too, to join us for news on the entertainment series of Irving's season finale and a little bit more.
We'll also get the details for the upcoming Fort Worth Classical Guitar Society concert and the fundraiser Chocolate and Chic, benefiting Brighter Tomorrows.
As always, we invite you to email us and let us know about stories you'd like to see and events you'd like to promote.
So please email us at ictn@cityofirving.org.
For 50 years, families have gathered at Angelos Spaghetti and Pizza for special occasions and for a quick, hearty, and reasonably priced meal. 50 years is a milestone for any institution and almost unheard of in the restaurant business. So we went over for a visit to see for ourselves just what keeps them coming back for more. They're cooking up something wonderful at Angelos, and it's not just the food.
Welcome to Angelos!
Our phenomenal 50th anniversary.
Fun, food, and festivities.
The sauce that they make here is unbelievable.
Lasagna, which is my very favorite when I come here.
Baked chicken and spaghetti.
The small steak.
Everyone has a favorite dish, and no wonder when they've been coming here
Since 1985.
85. Probably about 30 years.
Angelos customers tell you a lot with their loyalty. They remember special occasions.
When I was drafted into the Army in '66, my friends brought me over here for a going away meal. They had just opened.
And they bring the family back.
When they come to visit me, we always have to come to Angelos. And they get jealous when one comes and the other doesn't because they're not getting to eat at Angelos.
Cultivating that loyalty is one reason the doors have been open since 1966.
I think our customer base is incredible.
Loyal customers. I mean, you know, we couldn't do it without them.
But I think what we do different there is, with Angelos, we get to know the customer. You're not just a number, or you're not just a face.
We had several customers come in that said we were the first place they ate when they moved to town, you know, even back in the 60s.
We get to know who made their last daughter's rehearsal dinner, who played softball and won the other day.
Brought their kids here for their first restaurant for their kids. They had their rehearsal dinner here.
Who's had a chance to go to skiing and came back.
I mean, it's really all about what they've done. You know, we've just been here when they came in the door and took care of them, you know, the best we could.
We get to know the customers on a personal level, and I think that makes all the difference.
That commitment to personal attention extends to the rest of the community.
Some of our servers got involved with some of the firefighters in here in helping raise breast cancer awareness, and they sold a lot of these pink t-shirts. And from my understanding, we had the largest amount of sales out of our location from anybody else in the Irving city. So as a result of that, this morning they had a fire truck out there and a great big, symbolic check, and it was a fun ceremony.
If it's possible, the staff is even more loyal than the customers. And they're really proud of what they do.
Good service, I promise you that, and we get to know them personally.
Yeah, good food.
We make them our family.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Good food, good prices,
yeah,
and the waitresses kind of become part of their family.
Yeah.
You'll hear that word a lot at Angelos.
It's like coming home to your family.
For me, it's family. You know, I grew up here. Dawn's been like an older brother and a mentor to me, and the King family have been wonderful.
In an industry where a new restaurant can come and go in a year, Angelos' 50th anniversary is quite an achievement.
That is an incredible milestone. I did some stats on that, and the amount of businesses, especially mom and pop businesses, that make it to that level is just infinitesimal by comparison, probably 3, 4, 5%. for the fact that we've made it 50 years and we're still going strong and growing is just another testament to this great crew and management we've got in here.
Here's to another 50 years.
This is Kathy Whiteman reporting. Congrats on 50 delicious years to the whole crew at Angelos. To see for yourself, visit their Irving location at 1330 West Pioneer. And check them out online at angelospaghetti.com.
If you love suspense and whodunits, you'll want to check out Kind Lady, opening March 11th at the Dupree Theater. Main stage Irving Las Colinas takes us to the London home of an elderly aristocrat and the diabolically clever plan to swindle her out of her money. Here's Kathy's preview.
Hello! Oh, better, dear. Much. Good.
A chance meeting on a wintry Christmas Eve.
Here's a hungry young man we've got to feed, Lucy.
Just a cup of tea, thanks.
Oh, nonsense. You've made me take you in here at this time of night. You'll have to justify it.
I'm afraid.
A little warmth to shake off the bitter cold.
Rose, would you make some tea and let this gentleman have anything else he wants?
How could an act of such kindness go so diabolically wrong? Mainstage Irving Las Colinas presents Edward Chodorov's Kind Lady, a drama with a battle of wills at its steely core.
I think of it more as a psychological thriller. It was written in 1935, and it deals with a very kind lady who's a quirky, unmarried woman of a delicate age, and she gets set upon by these grifters who all hold her hostage in her own home.
Miss Henry, these are Ada's friends, Mr. and Mrs. Edwards and their daughter Anne. How do you do, ma'am?
We've just been up to see Ada. My, she's a sight, isn't she?
She's just crawling on ounce of flesh on her, ma'am.
Hope we haven't done any harm.
But harm is exactly what they plan. Andreas Robichaux portrays the ringleader, Henry Abbott.
He strikes her with his knowledge of art and his kind of his keen aesthetic eye. Yeah, and that gets him an invitation to come inside and have some tea.
Mary Tyner portrays the title character.
Then it just snowballs into a very riveting psychological drama.
What about my pay for all these weeks? My pay.
His pay!
When the time comes to pay, you must pay!
It's riveting, and it's full of emotional, psychological surprises. There's something different around every corner.
Oh, please. In the drawer, the green bottle. Oh, quickly, please.
Just when you think this guy couldn't get creepier or skeevier or more Machiavellian, boom, it happens. So, run to the theater.
This is Kathy Whiteman reporting.
Aw, poor woman.
Kind Lady runs March 11th through 26th in the Dupree Theater. For tickets, call 972-252-ARTS. Check out irvingtheater.org to learn more.
The entertainment series of Irving wraps up their 60th anniversary season with countertenor Terry Barber. Mary Higbee and Johnny Pegues join me with all the details. Ladies, it is always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you, Kathy. Same here.
And
Thank you.
I'm excited about completing 60 seasons. I mean, what a huge deal. And what a great way, Johnny, to finish out the season. So tell us about it.
Terry Barber will be absolutely fantastic. He's a countertenor. His vocal range is unbelievable. The man has sung all over the world in many languages, and he's also a member of a 2-time Grammy-winning group. So come next Friday night, March the 18th at 7:30 to hear Terry Barber, and opened by the Silvertones, Irving's own group.
Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. That's going to make a great way to close out the season. Bravo.
It'll be tremendous.
So I promised my viewers earlier that there might be a little bit more. Mary, can you tell us what's coming up next year?
Well, I want to tell you about next season's as well, because anyone who subscribes early for next season get extra tickets to go hear Terry Barber. So what a deal, right?
Yeah.
And next year we have the 3 Redneck Tenors, which are local favorites and very accomplished, talented young men from the area. We have Melinda Doolittle, who is an American Idol finalist. We have Craig Parker is coming back as an optional concert. So after you purchase the season, you may want to buy the special one for the Elvis concert.
We have Sean Mitchell, who is another local favorite and doing a musical review. And then the other one is called Hubecca, and it's a combination of their names, and he plays all these various instruments, and she's a musical star type performance with all the songs we all know and love.
Oh boy, well you got me with musical, you know, because I love anything from the Great American Songbook. Oh, you know, just can't wait. So it sounds like you guys have a wonderful 61st planned.
Yes.
And we want to invite everybody to come to the concert, to the final concert, and make sure that you get your tickets for next year because
they get the bonus to go to Terry Barber.
There we are.
And they get the privilege of buying the Elvis tickets early.
All right, fantastic. Johnny, if you'll tell us again when the concert is, the Terry Barber concerts.
Friday, March 18th at 7:30 at the Irving Arts Center.
Fantastic. Ladies, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you, Brian.
Cynthia Flores returns to the show with reviews of 3 new films. Hello, my name is Doris, Whiskey, Tango, Foxtrot, and Remember. She says you'll burn through your movie budget with these 3 and it'll be well worth it. Here's Cynthia with more.
Today I have 2 worthy films for your movie-going dollars. Both have female leads that want to change in their lives, and I also have a shout out to a film that opens in April that is all boys on a mission. Let's start with the return to the big screen by one of my favorite actresses, Sally Field, in the quirky new film, Hello, My Name is Doris. She's an older woman at a crossroads, and she is not ready to act her age. This film also stars Tyne Daly.
I hope I don't end up like one of those weird old New Yorkers that chokes on a peanut and dies and no one even misses me.
Honey, I would miss you.
Get in the slow lane, ladies. She gave us the finger, Ross. Give her the finger.
Fascist! You go eat some kale. Yeah, you better run.
Because she is inspired by a self-help seminar she attended, Doris romantically pursues her much younger coworker.
He's very different than me. It just seems impossible. You need to find common interests.
He's on Facebook. Let's make a fake account.
You're taking dating advice from a 13-year-old.
She needs a name.
Lilith Primrose. Or Lilith Comeswell.
Let's just stick with Primrose.
Okay.
This film, believe it or not, is rated R, mostly for adult language. If you think this is just a rom-com, you're wrong. This movie is hilarious, but also has a dramatic storyline that deals with real issues, but does it with heart. This is a must-see film.
You guys know Doris? She's kind of weird. She's like a good weird. What about you, Doris? You ever been in love?
I was engaged once.
Really?
He got a job in Arizona, and he asked me to go with him. I couldn't leave my mother. It would have killed her.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's like somebody stole my friend and replaced her with a wild animal.
Okay, now let's jump feet first into the new film based on a true story about a 40-something woman that decides to really shake up her old routine in a dramatic way. I'm talking about the film Whiskey, Tango, Foxtrot, starring Margot Robbie, Martin Freeman, Alfred Molina, Billy Bob Thornton, and Tina Fey as Kim Baker, a newly assigned field reporter in Kabul.
Are you okay, ma'am?
I gotta pee.
We're still 5 mics. Media asset must be dumping out.
No, I'm just getting my pants on.
The network needs reporters on the ground in Afghanistan.
And you folks are all the unmarried, childless personnel in this bureau. Kim, are you going to be joining in?
The travel or the crime?
This is not just a funny chick flick about a fish out of water. It has heart, drama, and quite a bit of action.
This is an extreme environment.
Grenade, down!
I've seen people with actual experience make bad decisions here.
You should let me interview you.
But I do not know you. How can we get to know each other?
This film is rated R for language, sexual content, and violent war images. But it is also a must-see for not just the girls in the house. It's a great date movie that your guys will actually enjoy.
It's bananas. Here, I don't think I can do this. We are all here for a reason. So what's your reason? I just wanted out of my job. I wanted out of my mildly depressive boyfriend.
What are we doing, Kim?
Just wanted to blow everything up. That's the most American white lady story I've ever heard.
Finally, I want to give you a heads up about a remarkable film that opens next month. I saw it with actual survivors of the Holocaust who could not stop singing its praises. The movie I'm talking about is that must-see film, Remember, starring Martin Landau and Christopher Plummer. It's rated R and is the story of 2 Auschwitz survivors and friends in a nursing home that make a promise to go after the Nazi officer responsible for the death of their families in the camps. He has lived in secret in the U.S. this whole time, and they want revenge. If you like great thrillers that will keep you guessing until the very end, this is the film to see in April.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot is playing at AMC Irving Mall and Regal MacArthur Marketplace. Hello, My Name is Doris opens March 11th at the Magnolia in Dallas. And look for Remember in April.
You've seen Irving's own Christopher MacGuire on ICTN over the years, but today he's with us in a different hat. He is the president and artistic director of the Fort Worth Classic Guitar Society, and he brings news about a great concert. Chris, it's great to see you.
It's great to see you.
So, Fort Worth Classic Guitar Society are one of the founders of the organization.
1995, yeah.
So it's got a nice little history going here. Tell us a little bit about the organization.
Well, we were formed in 1995, and the primary purpose of the organization is to present classical guitar to the general public, but also we do a lot of outreach. That's the main thing we do. We probably do between 80 and 120 shows, and we serve about 20,000 children every year. And the concert series that we do helps support that outreach work we do. But the plus, or the kind of the perk to the public, is that we bring in the best guitarists from all over the world to come play in North Texas. In Fort Worth is the Fort Worth Classic Guitar Society. In Dallas is the Allegro Guitar Society of Dallas. And then sort of generally is just the Guitar Society. And we'll be here in Irving on March 20th with Vicente Amigo.
So tell us a little bit about Vicente Amigo. You mentioned that you bring in some of the best from all over the world. He certainly fits that category.
Yeah. Vicente is now the reigning flamenco master. And he is kind of the top guy. He fills soccer stadiums in Europe and South America, and he's never done a North American tour. So we're kind of getting to see him as if he were sort of an intro artist, but he has this huge career everywhere else. So he's playing in some smaller venues, like the Carnegie Hall in New York, which is small compared to a soccer stadium.
Exactly.
2,000 seats. But he's playing in a very intimate hall here in Texas, which is the Carpenter Performance Hall here in Irving. 700 seats, I think.
Right.
So
right.
It's probably the smallest hall of all of the places he'll play on this North American tour.
And what an extraordinary opportunity for people to see this world-class musician right here and literally in our own backyards.
Right. With his band. He's coming with it's either a 5 or 6 piece band.
Fantastic. So you mentioned flamenco. Will he play flamenco music for us that night?
He plays primarily, he's a flamenco guitarist, but he's done what Paco de Lucia did, which he's expanded into South American music. He even has an album out now with Celtic musicians.
Oh my gosh.
He's not going to be playing any of that now, but he's really kind of not, confined to flamenco. He's a pure flamenco player who likes to kind of see what else is out there.
Well,
and he's very good at it.
Yeah. Well, I am a huge fan of classical guitar because of you, because I learned about it from you. And anyone in the community who is even slightly interested should take advantage of this opportunity. So where do we get tickets?
People can visit guitarsociety.org. They can call the office, but really the best thing is just guitarsociety.org, and it has a link that will actually take you to the Irving Arts Center, but it's just easier to say guitarsociety.org.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris, it's always a pleasure to see you. Really looking forward to this concert coming up on March 20th.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Back to you, Brian.
Allied Integrated Marketing has built campaigns for major feature films and things a little closer to home, like the new Jennifer Garner project, Miracles from Heaven. Susan Kamyab was on the red carpet for the Dallas premiere of the film, promoted by this local Irving company.
Miracles from Heaven tells the remarkable true story of Anna Beam, a girl who miraculously recovered from an incurable disease. Irving PR company Allied helped promote Dallas filmmaker T.D. Jake's newest movie with a premiere at Highland Park Village Theater.
Unfortunately, the tests confirm that she's very ill. There is currently no cure for Anna's condition.
Doctor, please, this is our little girl.
I'm scared, Mom.
Me too. We're not giving up.
Miracles from Heaven is an inspiring true story about the power of faith.
I think that people are going to walk away from this film a little bit more aware of how blessed we are, of how little things mean a lot, and how you can be grateful in the midst of calamity. that you can still be grateful and be thankful that all things do work together for good.
And we'll get it.
How?
By not losing our faith.
How long you been married?
14 years.
Free her from this. Can you even hear me?
Though the Beams were told their daughter's disease would never be cured, it was a fall into a tree that healed Anna and changed her and her family's life forever.
So you're telling me that when this baby girl fell 30 feet, she hit her head just right, and it didn't kill her, and it didn't paralyze her. It healed her.
Yes.
We have gone from the busyness of always being in the hospital to the busyness of getting to be a family, and now the busyness of all of this. But it's still given us time to kind of find who we are again as a family and adjust, if that makes sense.
Is life any different for you?
Not much different. I don't get stopped whenever I go out places. It's just people at school are like, oh, that's so cool, how's the movie going? And sometimes I'll get more friend requests on social media or something, but that's really all.
Yeah, we usually say no to it. We don't know who those are, so yeah. We're still trying to protect these girls for sure.
Star of the film, Jennifer Garner, also made a special appearance on the red carpet. You play a woman who really will stop at nothing to help heal her daughter. As a mother, what would you say it is that makes them kind of go into the superhero mode whenever their child is even a little bit sick?
You don't really have a choice. That's how we're built, to propagate the species, right? And if moms weren't built that way, then all of us would be in trouble. But it's a very basic, fundamental truth about women is that we can find a superhuman strength when we need to, when our kids are in danger.
What would you say are your biggest miracles in your life?
I woke up today. That's a miracle. I'm married. That's a miracle. Being able to be a great son and be a great husband and a friend, that's a miracle. So, it's really about the little things. I think sometimes we think the miraculous is things that are incredible and amazing, and those are wonderful too, but just the small miracles. I'm able to talk to you. I'm able to stand here. That's a miracle.
How much time do you have? First of all, I was born, my mother had 5 children, only 3 lived. The baby before me died and the baby after me died. So in the midst of all of that death, God gave me life. So my very existence is a miracle.
I really do experience miracles all the time, but I'm so happy to be talking about this one because making this movie in its own way was one of those miracles for me, and getting to know Christy and the whole Beam family.
Miracles from Heaven is an emotional and touching story that will leave you in awe.
A lot of people think we're crazy.
You either roll with it or you get rolled on.
It's a must-see for the whole family. For About Town, this is Susan Kamyal.
He told me I'd be fine.
Miracles from Heaven opens March 18th in local theaters. To learn more about Allied Integrated Marketing, visit alliedim.com.
Chocolate and Chic is the annual fundraiser and signature event for Brighter Tomorrows. Marcela Santillan and Destiny Clemens join me now with details on this year's event. Ladies, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
It's been quite a while since I've had the opportunity to talk with anybody from Brighter Tomorrows about this wonderful event, but the last time I was there, I met someone who has stayed a friend to this very day. So I have a debt of obligation that I owe you guys. So let me start with what Brighter Tomorrows is as an organization for folks in the community who don't know.
Well, Brighter Tomorrows, we're a nonprofit organization that provides shelter for women that are fleeing domestic violence. Our mission is to empower victims of domestic violence, sexual assault by providing, services, safe shelter and support services, as well as reducing violence in our community.
Yeah, and that's such a huge mission and such an important mission because you're saving lives, essentially. Not just the women that are in those situations, but their children too. And so, to do something like that, of course, you've got to raise some money. You've got to have something that will fund a huge task like that. So, Marcella, will you tell us what Chocolate and Chic is and how it helps?
Absolutely. Chocolate and Chic is our annual gala that we have every year. And basically what we do is we invite everyone in the community to attend our luncheon, and we have a guest speaker. This year it is Jill Moore, and she is a national sales rep for Mary Kay, and she will be providing her own testimony on domestic violence and how it has impacted her.
Wow, that's always really powerful to hear someone's real life story.
Absolutely.
And especially the part about how they survived it. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So Destiny, a little bird told me that you once worked for the city of Irving, and now you're very happily over there at Brighter Tomorrows. Tell me a little bit about what drew you to that, because that's kind of a mission in itself.
Yes, definitely. Well, I myself haven't experienced domestic violence myself, fortunately, but I did witness it, with my family members as well as with teammates whenever I played, volleyball in college. So that's something that really, really drew me to Brighter Tomorrows. My experience from the city of Irving, being able to reach out in the community, definitely prepared me to be able to, reach out and really let people know what, Brighter Tomorrows is all about.
That's great. Well, you guys have such a wonderful mission. So can we still get tickets, Marcella, to Chocolate and Chic?
Absolutely.
Great.
You can go on our website, which is at www.brightertomorrows.net, and there is an information tab where you can go into and you can read about the event, and you can also pay online to purchase your ticket as well.
That's great. And remind me again when that is. It's March 30th?
March 30th, between the hour is 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m.
All right, and at Lone Star Park.
Yes, in Grand Prairie.
We're going to have a good time that day, ladies.
Absolutely.
I can hardly wait. Thanks so much for being here and sharing the stories. And we'll look forward to seeing you at Chocolate and Chic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you, Brian.
The talented photography students at Northlake College step into the spotlight at the Irving Art Center. An exhibit of their work is showing in the Focus Gallery through March 20th. Here's a look and a list of ways to picture yourself out and about.
And here are some other exciting events happening about town. Celebrate St. Patrick's Day with the Meteggart Irish Dancers of North Texas, performing at the next Irving Chautauqua. You can catch these high steppers on Saturday, March 12th at 2 p.m. in the South Irving Library. Be sure to wear your green. And there's still time to get tickets for Irving Symphony's next concert, The Three Mexican Tenors. The concert is Saturday, March 12th at 8 p.m. in Carpenter Performance Hall. Call 972-252-ARTS for ticket information.
The South Irving Library celebrates its first anniversary with A Very Merry Unbirthday at the next Friday Night Library. The fun kicks off at 7 p.m. on March 18th. And you can celebrate spring at the first citywide egg hunt on Saturday, March 19th at 9:30 a.m. at the Irving Soccer Complex. Kids 10 and younger are invited to spend the morning hunting for treats. Visit irvingevents.org for more information. And that wraps up this edition of About Town. Thanks for joining us.
Please be sure to tune in next time when we'll visit the Irving Art Association at their folk art workshop just in time for our visit with Will Moses.
We'll also check out the animation techniques kids learned at Saturday School, and we'll meet some of the young artists featured in the middle school's art exhibit.
We'll leave you tonight with a little trip down memory lane. Chris MacGuire in performance here in his hometown. For About Town, I'm Kathy Whiteman.
And I'm Brian Pitts. Have a great evening. About Town.